All right, let's talk about these brows because one, I don't have any. So, okay, we have 4 different brow products. The one I really love to use is the eyebrow liner. It's a pencil. It goes on like superbly, and I'm going to show you that because that's what we're going to use. But I also wanted you guys to know we have a actual pomade, and it comes in 3 shades, like light, medium, and dark. And we also have brow mascara, which is essentially a brow gel. And we have clear, light, medium, and dark. So this is really good if you're gonna use like a powder, because we have a powder as well. You can sweep this through at the end and kind of lock it in. If you have full brows, you just want to tame them a little bit, maybe fill in a little bit with color, this is perfect as well. Super easy, just comb it right through. So we also have a brow powder, which I have out because I use it occasionally from time to time. So this is the dark one. I like the dark color. The number 2 is a little bit of a grayish brown. So it looks okay, but I have dark hair. I want dark brows. And there's no rules to makeup, you guys. You can do whatever you want to do. So again, the pencils are really great. I have a few, I mean, they last forever. This is how little I've gotten it to, just by sharpening. Eventually it won't fit in my sharpener anymore, so. But we are gonna use pencil number 3. This is a pomade in a pencil. It goes on like butter. It stays on all day. Once it sets up, it's not going anywhere. It is my favorite thing to use. So, I'm not an eyebrow professional. You guys know this. You've seen my eyebrows be completely different than the other, but I just don't have enough eyebrows to have like a good template. So I kind of eyeball it. Sometimes they look good, sometimes they look like I'm crazy. So what I like to do first is I actually need to start doing this more. We're gonna comb the hair that I do have upwards, okay? Got a little bit too much excitement on my nose going on right here. Hold on. Got a little bit too much of a glow here. Okay, so what I like to do is I will start underneath here, right where my hair kind of starts, and I'm gonna fill it in until I touch this hair over here. Okay, that's the first thing I like to do. I usually do one brow at a time, but for this we're gonna try to do them both at the same time and see what happens. We'll see if we can witness a miracle here. Okay, same thing. And you have to be really light-handed. I'm very heavy-handed, so I'm trying really hard. But do you notice though how like this brow is a little bit more arched, this one's a little bit more flat? So that's kind of what I have to work with. So I need to actually bring this one down a little bit. And then like this one I have to draw an arch more. Okay, so now we're not even gonna worry about the front yet. We're gonna start kind of where the hair stops. And we're gonna fill it in, and I kind of have to make my own arch. And then we're gonna connect it to that line I made, and then we're gonna bring it down. Okay, that's how we're gonna do that one. Let's see if we can do this one. So same thing, kind of start where the hair stops. Okay, arch. And then bring it down. They're not looking bad. I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. So then I kind of go through and lightly fill it in because you guys know I don't have any brow hair. The overwaxing epidemic of the early 2000s. I'm a survivor, but it was brutal. So just kind of lightly filling it in. And this is sometimes when I use this, it gets a little dull when I get to like the tail. So I will sharpen it to a point so I can stab people. And then I'll bring it down, and that'll make the point a little bit more precise and not so big and bulky. Okay, now, I'm not hating it. Now we're gonna go to the front. So I'm gonna bring this down a little, because I don't have any front hair. Like so. And I'm gonna kind of bring it down up here. And I'm doing it this way just to like instruct you guys. I don't do it normally this way on live. I kind of just slap them on. But people have asked for a video, so I'm going to try really hard to teach you the way I've learned. I just don't have an hour on a live to show you guys this. Okay, so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make these little strokes here that kind of connects the lines. And it's okay. If you get too crazy, grab a Q-tip, clean it up. It's fine. And that's why a lot of people do their brows first, so they can kind of clean up But the way I've been doing it a lot lately, like for work and stuff, I do my brows after I do my face because it's just a little easier. Okay, now one trick that I do, I've been saying that and I'm like, I'm such a child, is I will use the powder to kind of fill in the front so it's not so like heavy. Because people like faded brows. I can't do them. I think I look weird with them. I feel like it looks like my brows are like not even on. So what I'll do is I'll take a brush and I'll dip it on both sides and then tap the excess off because it is pigmented. And then I just kind of lightly go over the front of the brow with the powder, and then you can kind of fill in if you want to. This powder is really good, but the pencil for me is perfect because I don't have a lot of brows anyway. So again, 4 different products. You use what you like. You know, I have all 4 experimented. Loving the pencil. I'll love the pencil till I die. It's perfect for someone who does not have time to dip in a powder for an hour. You know what I mean? So they're actually not bad. I'm not hating it. I am going to bring this tail a little thicker here so I can bring it down a little. So the longer I make the tail, the thicker I go right here under the arch so that it doesn't look like I just drew like a random line on my face. Okay. And then I just kind of go in. If I see a little spot where I need to fill, just fill. Eyebrows, be done. Except this one's not tall enough. And that's the thing. Sometimes I think my brows look great and I go in for selfies afterwards and I'm like, they're like this. But you know what? No one's perfect. Nobody's face is symmetrical. Everything's going to be a little different. I know someone who has a flat brow and an arched brow, and she rocks it like none other because that's just how her face is. Her brow is naturally flat and this one's naturally arched. She just rocks it because she's fabulous. So that's it for brows, you guys. The next one, we will be doing some eyeshadow. It'll be a really easy look. And then we'll get finished up. All right?